Hi and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can create this simple newsletter in Word. So let's open a new document, and the first thing I'm going to do is go to Insert, Text Box, click on the drop down and select Draw Text Box, click and draw out a text box. I'm just going to zoom in, enter in some text. I'm just going to customize this text by selecting it, going to the Home tab, going to this icon here and selecting uppercase. I'm going to reduce the distance between these two lines. So I'm going to go to this icon here, which is line spacing. Go to line spacing options. Mine's a little off here, so I need to take this back down to 0. But in order to make them very close together, click on the drop down, go to exactly. If I click OK now, they're going to be quite close together. That's fine. I'm just going to go to the fonts and change mine to Helvetica. But then before I go to the increase font size tool, I'm going to reduce the size of this. And what I'm going to do is to copy and paste this a number of times, because when we use a newsletter, we use a lot of these text boxes. But if I deselect it, you can just quickly see that I've got a border line and I've actually got a white background. So I'm just going to quickly get rid of both of those. So select it, go to Shape Format, click on the outline and select No Outline, click on Shape Fill and select No Fill. If I deselect it, you can see now we've just got the text. So I'm now going to make a copy of this, and the quickest way to do that is to select it, hold down your Alt or Option key, click and drag. And I'm going to do that multiple times. It doesn't matter if you make too many, because we can always delete them really quickly. So I'm just going to quickly zoom out and move most of them further down the page. So I'm just going to select multiples. To select multiple elements, hold down the Command or Control key whilst you click. I'm going to pop this one over here, this one here, and then this one here. So I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. And then go back to the Home tab to customize this font and go to the Increase Font Size tool. Now you can see as I do this, my letters are disappearing, and that's because of the line spacing I chose. So go back to this tool here, go to line spacing, and then here I'm just going to put in 50 and press enter. And you can now see it's spaced out that text a little better. Now, in order to avoid what I've just done, you can make two text boxes with just company in it, and then another text box with newsletter, and then just move them together and align them. But I'm just showing you a different way. So we can just roughly place that where we want it. It doesn't have to be too accurate. We can always move it at the end. In this one, I'm going to put some more text. Just select it all, Command or Control A, and just type out your text. Same with this one here, Command or Control A. And then for this one, I'm just going to align it to the right of this box. So make sure you're on the Home tab and click on this one here. And then to select them both, again, hold down the Command or Control key, go to Layout, select Align, Align to Top, and they're both perfectly lined up. Now what's important is that you line this July up with this side here. So you can line it up by moving it, and then you can move your arrow keys to make sure it's all perfectly lined up. And then once you're happy, you can then move it up the page. You can use the alignment tools, but often the width of the margin for this box is different to the width of the margin in this box. You can try it, select them both, go to Layout, Align, Align to Left. You can see it's nudged it over slightly. If you're happy with the alignment, that's fine, but if you think it's just slightly out, then you can just move it left or right. And then we'll just align these two again. Then we'll just move this one up. Now I've written company newsletter. I've just noticed I've written company newsletter. You can write monthly newsletter, it's entirely up to you. And you can mess about with the margins this side and this side, depending on where you want your newsletter. I'm quite happy with the margin that side. As you can see, the margin's a lot smaller this side, so we can move this one in if we need to. But again, the alignment will come together at the end. So now we need to put in some more of our text. So I'm going to roughly put in a title here, some text here, text at the bottom, a title here, and some text here. So I'm going to delete these two. Here I'm going to put in my title. I'm just going to paste this in. I'm sure you don't want to see me type. Then for this one here, I'm just going to put in all of my text. Now, all of this text I've kept to the same font. I think it makes a much better and cohesive look. And for this one, it's just normal text. It's not bold or anything, but this one is here. I'm not worrying too much about the alignment at the moment. We'll do all that at the end. For this title here, I've just changed the font to bold and I've just made it a little bit bigger. So you can see how versatile these text boxes are. You can literally move them any way you like, and you can make them as big or as small as you like as well. So if I just zoom out, we've got all of our text in here. All we need to do now is put the images and the graphics in, and then we're going to align everything. So I'm just going to insert my image. You can go to Insert, Pictures. You can say Picture from File, which is your own images, or you can use some of the stock images. It's entirely up to you. They've got a nice search bar at the top here. You can type in business, press enter. Then you can go down and select from any of these, and then you just click Insert, and then it's inserted into your page. Now your image may not be the size you want, so I'm going to show you a really good technique of how you can make your image fit perfectly. So I'm going to go to picture format and I'm going to go to crop, and you can see that this picture was originally like this. So I want it to fit down here. So let's just scroll down a second. Let's move all of this down slightly across. Now I want my picture to be probably along this line here and ending probably somewhere around here, if not a bit bigger. It's entirely your choice. But I do want it to be a little bit further away from the title, so make it a little bit smaller here. So once you've made your decision about where you want it to be, you can go to picture format and go to crop, and you've got the options here to move these black markers left or right. And then what you can do is line them up with your text. You can line them up this side if you want to, but I'm actually moving my graphics box out here, and then just press enter. But you can move your photograph left or right in that box, so you can put exactly what you need inside that box and press enter. And we'll do the same at the bottom here. Go to Insert, Pictures, choose your picture. Once again, I'm just going to paste mine in. When you insert a picture into Word, often you won't be able to move it. I can move this one because it's already formatted. But if you can't move it, go to Picture Format, go to Wrap Text and select In Front of Text, and you'll be able to move it around your newsletter or project. Again, with this one, if it was too big or small, I'd adjust it using the crop tool, and again, moving it left or right to make sure it fits. So now we've got everything in except for my graphics bar. Let's just put the graphics bar in. Insert, Shapes, go to the square, click and draw out a rectangle that will fit across this area of the page. Go to Layout, Send Backwards, Send to Back. Whilst it's still selected, go to Shape Format and take off the outline. Every shape has an outline. And then with the shape fill, what you need to do is make sure that your colours are cohesive with your image. So select a colour that is within this image, otherwise it will look really off. I've selected the colour of her shirt. The way you can do that is to go to More Fill Colours and use the colour wheel. If you're lucky enough to have the eyedropper tool, you can click on that, hover over an area of the image and select a colour of your choice. Or you can just simply use this colour wheel and move this around. You can lighten and darken the colour and then just click OK. So let's just make sure that this is all perfectly lined up to the picture. Select the picture, hold the Command or Control key down and select the background square. Then go to Layout, Align, Align to top, align to left, and that will ensure that that's all lined up here and here. What you can do is you can actually go to group them together so that they won't actually move. So if we zoom out, these two now are one group, and within the layout tab we can go send backwards, send to back, and that will expose your text. So now we can move this over. I'm going to use my arrow keys just to move that over. Now you see that doesn't quite fit there, so I'm just going to go to group, ungroup, click on the background and just simply move it over. Select them both again, group and select group. Now we can begin to move these assets around. Pop those exactly where you want them. Make sure again they're lined up. Select them both. Align, align to left. So those two are perfectly lined up. This one I'd like to line up with the top of this image here. Again, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can either do it by eye, or you can literally move it across like this, make sure it's lined up. Then just move your arrow keys across. Now you need to decide where you want this left-hand margin to be. And once you've decided, then you can move everything over here. So maybe go in just a little bit. Company newsletter needs to go over. So what we can do is make this a little bit easier. We can select them all, go to align, align to left. That will ensure they're all aligned, but you do have to make sure sometimes that they are aligned, because sometimes those margins within the box are a little off. You can do the same with this one as well. So finally, we're going to put the lines between these titles. This can sometimes be a bit tricky, so there are a few tips. Go to insert, go to shapes, click on line, hold down your shift key, draw a line out. So I'll try to make this line extend to the furthest text, which is this one. Go to shape format and you can format your line. I'm going to change it to black here, but it is actually an outline. So you can select from any of these colors and you can change the weight of it to make it a little bit thicker if you want to. Take it up to 1 if you want to. And then here, because it's already selected, I'm going to press Command or Control C, Command or Control V, and then I'm just going to keep pressing V, Command or Control V, until I've got enough of my lines to move them throughout my titles. So I'm just going to click on one and drag it down to the bottom. Now this is where it becomes tricky, because Word doesn't really like it sometimes. So let's just click on these and begin to move them. So as you can see, that was a bit of an effort. Sometimes I don't even want to approach the lines because they're so tricky to click on sometimes. And again, if I try to select multiple lines, sometimes it won't select all of these lines like you've just seen here. So what happens is you need to just select one of them, go to the Shape Format tab, go to Arrange and select Selection Pane. Then you need to select all of the lines by selecting the top one. It's called Straight Connector. Hold down your Shift key and select them all. You can see they're now selected. Go to Layout, go to Align and select Align to Left. And now they're all perfectly lined up to the left. So you can see how this jumps around a bit and can get a little bit irritating when you've zoomed in, but you will get there in the end. Perfect. So once you're happy with your layout, you're happy with your design, you can either go up to File and select Save As, and then in here you can select a PDF, or you can select a normal Word document, or you can go to File and save it as a template. Make sure it's in Templates file here and the Microsoft Word template there, and just click Save. Then when you open Word, this will be in your templates file. If you can't be bothered to do all of this, there is a link in the description below where you can download it. So I hope that's helped you today. If it has, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.